juggernaut of multi-platinum production team, Arkatech Beatz.
Arkatech Beatz.
Welcome to the Music Review Live Series. If it's your first time here, welcome. Make sure that you like, commenting, and subscribing. Every night we get together to just kind of review the music that's submitted by you. Listening to people's songs, listening to people's beats. Trying to give them that feedback on how they can improve their music. Also, we're answering questions about the music business. Make sure that you're asking appropriate questions. I'm here to answer any questions. For my new producers, make sure you're jumping into our school community at school.com/Future Producer Society. There we're teaching everybody all the game. Shout out to my folks jumping into the live stream. Shout out Cast Productions in the building. Smoke the Great, what up? Interesting. Make sure you're hitting the link on the screen if you want to submit any music. Nero.fan/Arkatech Beatz. Just waiting for this algorithm to pick up. We're going to get started listening to some joints. Militane, I see you. Cast Productions, I see you. Born Ready, I see you.
Arkatech Beatz.
You know, we going crazy on the beats. Like I said, if it's your first time here, welcome. If you're unfamiliar with us, like I said, we're platinum, part of multi-platinum production team, Arkatech Beatz. Shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. We are responsible for producing for your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, Big Pun, Nas, Prodigy, and Mobb Deep. Jada Kiss the Game, Max B, French Montana, Killer Mike, Waka Flocka Flame, Lloyd Banks, Freddie Gibbs, and so many more. Let's get started, man. I got a few skips in here, and then we're gonna just listen to a few joints. I know we're getting on a little bit late, man. There's so much going on with everything going crazy on this whole variety thing and a whole bunch of other things that we're working on. Make sure my folks are checking us out in the portal. You know, just checking out some things that I got going on. We're gonna jump into this first joint called "Crashing Down" by Joe. It's that. Hold on one second. Joe Farwick. He says he's a fully self-produced singer. So this joint called "Crashing Down." Let's take a listen to this joint real quick.
Feel like I'm top of the mountain, on top of the roof, yeah. I forgot how I got here to this day on the moon, yeah. Can I remember that I'm on my second life, I keep it cool, yeah. Only remember they all about to find out what I'm about to do, yeah. Feelings been keeping me brave, feeling like I'm about to change. I can remember the time that I cried, seemed I was stuck in a cage. Look in my eyes, I was just reading the signs, now I was reading the code, yeah. They never leave and believe it, I needed a reason to carry them all. Time goes on. before the storm. Every time you say gonna fade away, every time you speak, yeah, I'm gone. Oh. Feel like on top of the mountain, on top of the roof, I forgot how I got here to this day on the moon, yeah. Can I remember that I'm on my second life, I keep it cool, yeah. Only remember they all about to find out what I'm about to do, yeah. Feelings been keeping me brave, feeling like I'm about to change. I can remember the time that I cried, seemed I was stuck in a cage. Look in my eyes, I was just reading the signs. Now it's reading the code. They never could believe it, I needed a reason to carry them all. Life goes on and on and on. Feel the wind before the storm. Every time you say gonna fade away, every time you speak, yeah, I'm gone. Oh.
That's Joe Farwick, man. Crashing Down. This is basically a super skip. They skipped a line to get listened to tonight. So a few things in terms of my feedback, because it says here that he's a self-producer and singer on this joint, and I think that it has a certain level of potential. For the first listen, it is sounding like it's kind of overloading inside of the headphones, of course. Pretty loud. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what I got going on here. Shout out to Deuce in the building. Smoke, what up? Rob Mully, I see you guys. See everybody jumping in. Like I said, with this joint, from what I'm hearing, man, it really sounds like it's overloaded for me in terms of the mix. You know what I'm saying? So that's my first issue with it. So it kind of makes it hard to listen to a little bit because of the way that it mixed. I feel like if we can get a better mix where his vocals can be a little bit more brighter, the music can be brought down, and kind of get it from overloaded would be the first issue for me. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, man, this record, it's a little bit noisy, right? Right here where it's having everything go, and then there's a pointer here where he strips the record down, right?
Feel like on top of the mountain, on top of the roof, I forgot how I got here to this day on the moon, yeah. Can I remember that I'm on my second life, I keep it cool, yeah. Only remember they all about to find out what I'm about to do, yeah. Feelings been keeping me brave, feeling like I'm about to.
Right, so I feel like this is the part where we should be rapping on, man, where everything is stripped down.
Feelings been keeping me brave, feeling like I'm.
So see how the first verse isn't like that. The second verse is stripped down, and I think that's where, that's the clearest part. Like this is something that we always talk about, giving the track the space for the artist to breathe. We need space. Like, I don't think people are realizing that when they're producing these records that there has to be space. This is why we sit here and we always talk about, where's the hook at? Where's the instrumentation that supports the hook, right? How does the hook sound different musically from the rest of the song? How does it stand out? And these are part of the ways that we do not only vocal production, but music production to support the way that the hook and the rest of the song is supposed to sound. So if we're not putting these things together the way that we really need to put these things together, then it makes our record feel disjointed. So in this particular situation where we could have had this part of the hook or this part of the record just be the hook, right? So I feel like this part of the record should be the only part that has this extra sounds in it during the hook portion of it. And then it should be stripped down for the verses. To me, that makes the most sense. It makes it the most audible. It makes it the most clear, and also gives the hook a little bit of replay value. Now, with the hook, it's an 8-bar hook, right? And I think that
feel like on top of the ocean and they gonna waste my touch it all, come crazy.
I don't think it's a bad hook either. So, but what I think you should do here.
Time goes on and on and on. Watch it all come crashing down. Every time you say gonna waste my time. Every time you speak, either you or I now.
Repeat it. I think that for us to go into a different type of stanza with it, or go someplace else with it where it's similar but it's not the same, like make it repeated so that we can get the name of the song crashing down. Just do the same 4 bars over again. It already has a good melody to it. The only thing that I would do is I would probably just accent certain words in the ad libs, get it to stack a little bit, leave this instrumentation here, and we should be good.
I was just reading the signs and I was reading the code. Yeah, they never leave and believe it. I needed a reason to carry them on. Time goes on and on and on. Watch it all come crashing down. Every time you say gonna waste my time. Every time you speak, either you or I now. Life goes on and on and on. Feel the wind before the storm.
And I see how you change it. So you feel the wind before the storm versus it. Basically, you say, instead of saying watch it all just come crashing down. And I understand that folks might want to change it just for the fact of saying, hey, I want to write it slightly different. But remember what we're looking to do with these hooks now. These hooks have to have the replay value. These hooks have to have redundancy. These hooks have to have repetition, right? The safest bet is 4 bars. Repeat this 4 bars. All right, especially once you got something that's already jumping on there. Slightly. Shout out to Hero Beats, man. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. How you been?
Every time you say gonna fade away. Every time you speak, yeah, I'm gone.
Knicks, right?
Oh no.
It's like a magic week, man. It's like I'm still in shock. I'm watching all the interviews. Dudes is on The View, dudes is on Jimmy Fallon, dudes is everywhere, and I'm just watching this stuff. I'm just like, man, that parade is probably about to be insane. So that's really my 2 cents, man. Is the hook to have the hook to do the 4 bars, repeat that. I would even go as far as saying, hey man, put that hook in the front of the record, put the front, middle, and end. You know what I'm saying? I think that those will probably be the best thing with this. And then, like I said, probably stripping the track down so that we have the so that we can have a little bit more audible vocal performances. Because right now it just sounds too crowded with the way the music is produced under the vocal performance. Born Ready, thank you for the rose. I see you. But that's Crashing Down, man, by Joe Farwick, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the live. Make sure that y'all, if y'all submit it, make sure you're hitting that submit button. Make sure that y'all are sending any records over. At the same time, if folks have any questions about the music business, man, now is the time to really ask, right? Music business, copyright, music publishing, etc., etc., etc. You know, just kind of give you some insight to the stuff that we try to do when we're inside of the portal. I did put in, I did drop in an article with regards to, I think I was talking about my homie's short film. Shout out to Kevin Cate and those guys at Kling & Vine Films. They got another movie coming out at the end of the year. It's called Unbearable Christmas. And that one has like Julia Stiles and a few other folks in there. So that's really like the Hollywood joint. Shout out to my man Sean Anthony Baker. He's in that as well. But I was just talking about how these folks, you know, they didn't wait for anybody. They went out. They put something out there, and it's something that I preach a lot, man. Like, just put your stuff out, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't you know? There's nobody to really wait for. You know, you got to put these things out. You got to start to build your audience. That's the only way you're going to really build any leverage. You know what I mean? You got to put these things out. These things have to go out there, and we have to see what it is. Cheeky Cruz, I see you. Can you create your own ISRCs? Yes. I assign my own ISRCs to my records. So you do what you do have to do is you do have to the thing about the ISRC codes, man, you know, the ISRC code stuff, folks, the ISRC codes is basically it's an identifier that follows your records across platforms, and it helps with the metadata. we've applied for our ISRCs a few years back. Yeah, you can. And what happens is I assign ISRCs to beats, and I also assign ISRCs to songs, because what happens is like this, right? Because there's two things that are happening for folks who may or may not know. When you're trying to move your your music, say from DistroKid to CD Baby, that's what you're gonna have to have. You're gonna have to have those ISRC codes, and it makes it a little bit easier if those are actually owned by you versus being owned by the DSP. Remember, the DSP assigns that to them, so it goes under their kind of their catalog. And I have a theory about it, man. I kind of feel like if you have your own ISRC codes, I think that you have better control over your reporting. I think what happens is I think that there's less room for shenanigans with your own ISRC codes versus when you're using these guys' ISRC codes. I think these guys use this kind of data, or use the control of the ISRC of ways to kind of like underreport stuff, man. That's just my feeling. I don't have any evidence of that, but that's just my feeling of that. But yes, you can get your ISRC codes. You have to apply for it on. Let me see if I can pull my site up real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Yeah, you can go to isrc.com. And what you do is you're going to pay a fee, and then what will happen is that no, it's not costly at all. You pay a fee, and then what happens is they'll give you what we call a it's like assigned to your label, right? So for us, it gives you what we call a country code, and then it has a registering code, and then it has the year of the reference, and then it'll give you what we call a designation code, right? So I have all of those things. So say for example, like your country code would be for United States would be like QZ, and then there's going to be another 3-digit code, which will be 2 letters and a number, which is your code, and then it's going to be the year that the track is going to be released. So if it's in 2022, it's going to be 2022. If it's in 2023, then it's like 2023, 24, 26, whatever. And then there's a designation code, and the designation code is basically 5 digits. So when you put all of those together, you'll have like a QZ, and then it'll be the registering code, and then it'll have a year of reference, and then the designation code. And you basically add that designation code to all of your tracks. You know what I'm saying? Along with the year in which it's going to be released. So for us, I put everything on that spreadsheet, and at the same time, I have a tracker that we use. So basically, if there's a song trust registration, there'll be a registration number for that, and then there's going to be an ASCAP registration that you can use as well. Because ASCAP generates another code again, an ISWC code, every time you register a song. So these things are all tied together to help track your royalties. So without these things, it creates a little bit of it creates a situation where you can't follow your stuff. He said we need a weekend boot camp. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to fold all of these things into the portal at the Future Producer portal. I'm trying to fold everything into it, everything that we use. It's just that I was trying not to just flood the joint, man, like with a lot of information that people may or may not have been ready for. You know what I mean? So like as I see more people kind of starting to release their stuff, and I start seeing more of those things in our wins and losses, then I'll be like, okay, my group is ready to go to these next things. and I start putting these next set of information out there because I'm trying not to flood it. But like, you're gonna have to do all of this stuff, man. The ISRC codes. You're gonna need to do the title registration stuff. You're gonna have to, of course, get with media base, and you're gonna get a media base stuff. Like, these are all of the things that you're gonna have to necessarily do when you're getting ready to drop a record, right? Because I use different distributors, right? So I have a DistroKid, I got CD Baby, I got a TuneCore account, and then of course we have our Orchard. Our Orchard deal is an invite only, the Orchard and Sony, right? So it became very important to make sure that we had ISRC codes, because we were dealing with so many different distributors, and because I didn't want to use the ISRC codes that were basically associated directly with the Orchard. And remember, those deals are 80/20. You know what I mean? So it gets really tricky when we start to put stuff out through that portal. When we put stuff out through there, you have to realize that now you have a partner that's in bed with you for 20% doing nothing. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, do you get any extra playlisting? Do you get any extra? No. Of course you have access to services. I guess it could be negotiable. I guess at the time when we were doing it, it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So at the time that we were doing it, it was part of another situation that we were negotiating. So it was kind of something that we just kind of put together, and that was really what they wanted us to do in terms of the 80/20. I believe if you have a little bit more leverage, you might be able to get a 90/10. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? But remember what happens now. The thing with dealing with these boutique distributors is, you have services, right? So they can do marketing, they can do promotion. So say for example, we did a record. Shout out to Bria Lee. Bria Lee is an artist that was signed to Universal at one point. She had a record with Fat Joe a couple years back. Really talented pop singer. She's now dabbling into the world of bodybuilding. It's kind of a dope thing, transition. But still, she's still an artist. She does a thing, pop artist. We did a collaboration with her for a record called On Fire. And we wind up going through the Orchard on doing that. You know what I'm saying? We had got the label support, et cetera, et cetera. Because again, like I said, it was a pop record. And then we, of course, started to pay for certain services. But remember what happens when you pay for services that go through the label. You have to recoup it out of that 20%, not out of the 80%. So they don't recoup it off top, right? So say, for example, if the record generates, say we got 80/20. Say the record generates $10,000, right? And you borrowed, generates $10,000, right? But, you can only recoup it at that 20% share. So only the $2,000 is going to go to whatever you spent, not the $10,000 that was earned, right? So it's just the way that the label math works. And this is how guys never recoup. You know what I'm saying? That's really how the label math really works. And this is how folks never recoup. And this is why it gets so difficult over time for guys to, use label services, and then, things add on. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, we did like a Facebook marketing campaign. We did a few other things. And it really wasn't even a situation that they did something that was out of the scope that I could do myself. You know what I mean? They didn't, I literally had to give them the campaign. I had to give them what the artist sounded like. I had to give them all of the keywords. I had to give them the assets. So if I had to give them all of that, why did I have to pay for it? You know what I'm saying? If I had to create the assets, if I had to create the ad copy, if I had to create all of the keywords and everything else, and I had to give them what the artist sounded like, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, for them to actually run the actual ad campaign, I could have did that myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to pay for that at that rate. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of those things that you just kind of say, okay, maybe they have something that they're doing that's different from what you're doing. Negative. They don't. That's not what's happening. The one thing that I did learn is that you have different services that you just have to pay for, right? So they had influencer services that you could pay for influencers. You had different things that you had to pay for if you wanted for different type of marketing campaigns, and you just had to just decide what you wanted to use. You know what I mean? So you know how the game go, man. This is the game. This is what we're working with. You know, but what I will do is I will give I will drop something inside of the portal as it relates to ISRCs, explaining it, how you can get one, etc. Since that is a question, so I'll drop that in for folks who want to know, and then if folks have any other questions as it relates to it, man, I'll make sure that I put that in there as well, just so that guys can get some information on it. You know what I'm saying? Is it something that you necessarily have to do? No, but if you're one of those guys, that have a larger catalog, it's something that you should consider, especially because, if on the beat side, and this is another reason why I had to get the ISRCs, was because we had beats that we wanted to put into the marketplace, but we did not want to put them out, right? So you said, well, what does that mean, Joe? Meaning, I didn't want to put them on DSPs. I didn't want to put them on Spotify. I didn't want to put them on Apple or anything like that. I didn't want them distributed, but I wanted to assign a ISRC code, and I also wanted to make sure that we can content ID it, right? So that it couldn't be ripped on YouTube and be reused. So the only way for us to do that is we had to go through a third-party company. I can give y'all information on that as well. And what that did is that helped to do content ID for social media. But in order for you to do that, you needed to have the ISRC code, and then you'd also needed your ISWC code, which you needed to, and then you needed your ISWC code as well, so that you can have the beats to be, so the beat can be tracked. So you needed those things so that the beat could be tracked. So I needed the ISRC code to register it ASCAP wise. I need the ISRC to register it for content ID, right? So that is what we really needed to do. So shout out to everybody that's really trying to get, just trying to learn this thing, man. This thing it's a lot for people who may or may not know what's going on with this thing, but everything has to go direct to consumer at this point. You have to have control of your music. Especially with everybody using their platforms to train AI.
Arkatech
You definitely have to control that. We're going to get into one more record for a review. But if y'all got any more questions, man, just drop them into the chat. I don't know what this song here is, so I'm going to me, this looks like, I don't know what language this is in, and it looks like somebody trolling, to be honest with you. So I'm going to... I don't know what that looks like. That looks weird. I want to just jump past that. I'm Cold by Titan. I'll take a listen to this real quick. We call that joint Passenger Seat, Rob Marley. I don't even know what this is. See what I'm saying? This is something else. Folks be over here trolling, man. I don't know what they be trying to do over here. 552, the homie Snacks. Let's see what this sounds like.
You can show me what it's like tonight. Baby, show me some, I'm just tryna get to know you. You can come and bring your friends, you can bring a plus two. I'm just tryna be a friend, maybe get to know you. Maybe bring around the gang, show her this life, oh. Baby, bring your friends, they can come vibe too. Baby, you a star, you my little fight too. I just in the Addy, you know she gon' slide through. Baby, bust it open, but my mind like ooh. I just want little baby in the rave tonight. If she shake it off, she gon' stay the night. She gon' play it off, baby, play it right. I'm just tryna take it off, take it right. She said that she love me, she don't mean it. Got me lost in my thoughts, I've been thinking.
It's not even that it's too much tune. It has an amount of tune on it that's kind of consistent with the way shit is right now. It's just a bad vocal melody with this beat. Like it doesn't really go. So like if I'm in the room with him, I'm like, nah, you gotta try something else. It's like those two don't actually go together. It's like, it sounds like it's basically a song from another beat. You know what I mean? That he may have had and say, all right, let me just try to see if this works on this joint. You know what I'm saying? Versus just trying to do something that make that with that beat. And definitely not in the pocket. You know what I mean? So this is really like just basic stuff, man. Like nothing that's crazy. Like, you know, one, we want to make sure that you hear yourself in terms of the way that you're rapping, making sure that you're in the pocket, making sure that you're following the beat, and really listening to the melody of the beat, man. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we try to talk to folks about. Like, yo, listen to the music and really try to see how you can get your vocals to complement the music melodically. You know, so outside of that, you know, I think that the hook looked like it had a little bit of promise on it. You know, the beat sounded pretty decent. He just needed to kind of make sure he could structure his song, and then also, like I said, try to make sure he can get this record to really match melodically and rhythmically. You know, because I don't really hear the two really matching the way it needs to. But shout out to the homie Snacks on that. Thank you for submitting on this. This one is called "Close to You" by OSC Kelly. What is this? First.
She left me feeling so cold. She took her love away from me. Now I'm down and all alone. My mind's racing, heart's beating real fast. I don't know what to do. I just want my baby back. I can't live life without you. Wanna be close to you. Won't you tell me that you want me close to you? Darling, take me back. I wanna be close to you. All I wanna do is have you in my world. Wanna be close to you. Can you tell me that you want me close to you? Baby, take me back. I wanna be close to you. All I wanna do is have you in my life, baby. She told me don't come around here no more.
Yeah, it definitely has that, like, yo, Cass, thank you for that, man. Thank you for the gift, my brother. Like, yo, like, yo, who else? who else in the chat felt like, fuck, this shit sounds like made you feel old and shit. Like that's how it made me feel. Like, it made me feel like, damn, like they don't even make, like, R&B don't even sound nothing like this no more, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't even sound like that no more, dog. Like I felt like a joke. Like, yo, the shit don't even sound nothing like that no more. Like, it is gone. Like, I'm like, God damn, man. Like, it's like, whew. Like, and it's not even like it's a bad record. You know, to me, I just feel like it could have a little bit more, his vocal presence could be a little bit, in the mix, have his vocal come out a little bit more brighter, a little bit of effects on it. The hook is not like, it's not really bad per se. It's just, kind of simple, in terms of melodically, in terms of lyrically. But, nothing wrong with that. Track is pretty decent in the way that it is. But it's just not like, it's like, man, it really does not sound like this anymore. And I'm like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, like, whew, And I'm like, when I say, yo, it sounds like Jaheim, and I'm like, damn, like, that's really, my nigga, that's 20 years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 25 years, like, man. So it's like, whew. Oh, OSC Kelly, man. Appreciate you for submitting that, man. Got a decent voice. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing your thing, man. You gotta find your pocket, man, to see who's rocking with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of folks who are looking for that nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, man, I be trying not to listen to all of that. I be trying not to reflect on listen to shit that's too old, man. I be trying to just stay in today's pocket, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I be really trying to do my best to stay in today's pocket. It just sounds like different. Like the guys ain't even singing like that anymore, man. Shit is like a lost art. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We're gonna jump into this next joint. This joint is called Die Comfortably by Little Anarchy. You ever heard a name like that? A Little Anarchy. We want some anarchy, huh? Well, this track is gone. I don't know when he submitted this. This is submission 658. So I don't know what this is. This sounds like something from another. This isn't available anymore. I guess when the time that folks are submitting it, they may be submitting it just for me to hear it. But, if it's not a skip, man, you see what number it is. If you say it says number 659, it's like, like, when am I actually going to get to that? It's like, I don't even know when he submitted that. It could have been 2-3 months ago, but who knows?
Arkatech Beatz.
Skip put in by Iana Stone. Listen, Deuce, have you sent this to me? Because I think I've heard this before. I could have swore you sent me a song named Waterfall before, but okay. Let me take a listen to it. Let's go, man. Shout out to the Iana Stone, Waterfall, produced by the man Deuce Nines. Let's go.
Spill over now. Every breath feels heavier now. I try to stand, but I'm melting down. You don't touch me, still I'm soaked now. The way you look pours over now. Every word makes it harder now. I feel the tide pulling me down. I've been holding back, but I'm drenched now. I say I'm good at, I'm staying calm, but you're leaning in, alarm's gone. Every second, pressure mounts. I know what happens if I don't shut this down. I'm trying to hold it back, but you know how. One touch and I'm losing all my control now. I feel it build every time you come around. If you pull me closer, I'm gonna fall down. I'm on the exactly how to break the wall. If you don't stop, I'm gonna let it fall. You open the dam, here comes the waterfall. Your hands don't move, but I feel it now. Every second makes it harder now. I try to breathe, but I'm caught up now. Everything in me spilling out. The way you wait drives me wild now. I feel the rush, can't stop it now. I'm past the point of holding now. You don't say a word, I'm sold now. You read me slow, you take your time. You know exactly where the line. I say, don't you stay right there like you're waiting till I give in. I'm trying to hold it back, but you know how. One touch and I'm losing all my control now. I feel it build every time you come around. If you pull me closer, I'm gonna fall down. I'm on the edge, don't push me at all. But you know exactly how to break the wall. If you don't stop, I'm gonna let it fall. You open the dam, here comes the waterfall. I try to keep the doors closed tight, but you've been knocking all night. If you move like that again, I won't stop what's happening. Say the word or don't say none. Either way, I'm coming undone. I've been holding since the start. Now you're standing at my heart. But you know every move got me breaking down now. I feel it rise when you say my name. If you pull me closer, I won't be the same. I'm running edge, don't take me out. You know I was waiting for the fall. If you don't stop, I'm gonna let it fall. You open the dam, here comes the waterfall.
That bridge is killer.
Here it comes. Just let it fall.
That bridge is, man, that bridge is killer, dog. You don't hear that often, like, you know, like sounding like that anymore.
Calm, but you're leaning in, alarm's gone. Every second, pressure mounts. You don't touch me, still.
So there's a certain element in this song that I liked, but you pulled it out. Paul. That right there, that guitar.
You make the heat spill over now. Every breath feels heavier now. I try to stand, but I'm melting down. You don't touch me, still I'm soaked now. The way you look pours over now. Every word makes it harder now. I feel the tide pulling me down.
And like you pulled it out in the second verse, and I was listening for it, and I'm like, where is the sound at? Like, you know what I mean? I wanted to hear that. But it be that little bit of air candy that be that really stands out.
I've been holding back, but I'm drenched now. I say I'm good, I'm staying calm.
So remember when I tell folks about maybe you starting your song out, see what we like to, what I notice what we do a lot with Ayanna Stone, and I want folks to pay attention to this, and there's nothing wrong with what's happening here. This is really the way that I think that strong song should be structured. It's like, yeah, the air candy will definitely hold you into this thing. But the thing that I like the most with it, right, is that first we're getting right to the record, right, and we like this. This voice is very, very, very pleasant, right. So this is the thing that really makes it stand out. Excuse me. Like once you have a voice that's like pleasing to the ear, right, we're getting right to it, right. So the verse is really jumping out. And then we go from an 8-bar verse, right? We go right into a small mini bridge, right? Transition until we get to the hook. Like this stuff is really important because it builds up the tension in the record, right? So when we're listening to it,
but you're leaning in, alarm's gone. Every second, pressure mounts. I know what happens if I don't shut this down.
Break down.
I'm trying to hold it back, but you know how. One touch and I'm losing all my control now. I feel it build every time you come around. If you pull me closer, I'm gonna
Repeat.
fall down. I'm on the edge, don't push me at all. But you know exactly how to break the wall. If you don't stop, I'm gonna let it fall. You open the dam, here comes the waterfall.
Right. And we have these portions right here. And these are the things too that capture people, to get people to really start to sing things over and over again as these little refrains that are after the hook, right? So now we're getting ready to go right back into the second verse. I want you to pay attention to it, because now what Deuce does, he strips the record, but I'm still listening for that damn ear candy, right? That, right?
Your hands don't move, but I feel it now. Every second makes it harder now. I try to breathe, but I'm caught up now. Everything in me spilling now. The way you weigh drives me wild now. I feel the rush, can't stop it now. I'm past the point of holding now. You don't say a word, I'm sold now. You read me slow, you take your time. You know exactly where the line. I say, don't you stay right there like you're waiting till I give it. I'm trying to hold it back, but you know how. One touch and I'm losing all my control now.
Yo, you see it got the new stem separation, man. So come on now. No, this got the new extraction. Everything is totally clean now.
I feel it build every time you come around. If you pull me closer, I'm gonna fall down. I'm on the edge, don't push me at all. But you know exactly how to break the wall. If you don't stop, I'm gonna let it fall. You open the dam, here comes the waterfall. I try to keep the doors closed tight, but you've been knocking all night. If you move like that again, I won't stop what's happening. Say the word or don't say none. Either way,
Bigger string patch on that.
I'm coming undone. I've been holding since the start. Now you're standing at my heart. But you know every move got me breaking down now. I feel the rise when you say my name. If you pull me closer, I won't be the same. I'm on the edge, don't say me at all.
Right around there, Deuce. I'm wondering if I'm wondering if we could fix the timing here.
Got me breaking down. Say the word or don't say none. Either way, I'm coming undone. I've been holding since the start. Now you're standing at my heart. But you know every move got me breaking down now. I feel the rise when you say my name. If you pull me closer, I won't be the same. I'm on the edge, don't say me at all. You knew I was waiting for the fall. If you don't stop, I'm gonna let it fall. You open the dam, here comes the waterfall. Here it comes. Just let it fall.
You got another one, Deuce. That's you know what I'm saying. I call it warm fuzzy music. Pause. You know what I'm saying. But you kind of know like when a joint is doing what it needs to do. So it's definitely doing what it needs to do. Let's just add it to the arsenal. You know what I'm saying. You got an extended clip at this point, man. So all you got to do is aim and fire. Nah. You know what I'm saying? What happens is like, and this is what my expectation is. My expectation is what happens is like this, right? We're having these forums where we're going back and forth and we're sharing the ideas. People are sharing their iterations. You know, it's natural for guys to start to get better, right? That's what's supposed to happen. The music is supposed to start to get better. You're supposed to start to understand, okay, I understand it now. You know, some lethal shooter shit type shit. I understand what I'm supposed to do, right? That is the whole process of this thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not for a guy to be, under another guy's, indefinitely. You know what I'm saying? It has to get to a point where a person starts to realize, like, I think I know what to do here, but I'm a tap in with bro just to kind of, see if I missed anything. And then over time, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to get to the point where it's like, yo, I know what we're supposed to get done here. You know what I'm saying? Or else what's the point of this shit? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, we gotta make sure that we're taking the notes, we're learning. You know what I'm saying? And over time, we're gonna get it to where we gotta go. And at the same time, again, man, you know, the way things are, and I try to make this stuff, I try to make people really understand like what's happening here. The way things are, there are people that watch all of my channels. Okay? There are people that watch my channels. You know, whether it's other rappers, other producers, right? Whether it's directors for films, casting directors, film producers, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm integrated into that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? You might see, you know, this guy over here from BMF, or this guy from over here from Sinners. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see different people inside of the chat, and you're going to see different people, you know, different times, different things. People are always watching, dog. That's the thing that I have to make people really understand. So I know sometimes folks may not really, they may come into my joints and may be like, damn, he don't got like 300-400 people in here. That's not what's happening here on my side. My side is really about the quality of the folk that's watching my shit. You know what I'm saying? It's about who's really watching my shit. It's not some of these other folks that be watching some of the stuff. So a lot of times when I'm playing stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like I got another cat that I was running with that I work with a little bit. And, you know, he was sending me some songs. You know what I'm saying? He sent me some tracks. I said, yo, he sent me some tracks. I was like, I'm working on this movie. I just put his songs into it, right? Because I know that he wrote and he produced all the songs, right? So because I know he wrote and produced the songs and he owned it, and we were working on the film at the time, and I was the music director, and he gave me the music, I sent it to the director. The director liked the songs. He put them in the movie. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's how shit work. You know what I'm saying? It's like people be in positions, and depending on what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Depending on what's going on, you know what I'm saying? It's like opportunities come in strange times at strange places. You don't never know when these opportunities are going to come. You know what I'm saying? The same thing, like I said, with this open door thing. You know what I'm saying? This film got produced during the actors strike, right? Right, you don't have you don't know who to make with those decisions. Some folks don't even know who's who. You know what I'm saying? So if I got a guy, you know, that follows me from you know, that may be a producer on Lifetime films, y'all don't know who that is. You know what I'm saying? I know who it is, but you don't know who it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta really understand the magnitude of this thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want people to continue to do their music, right? And I know sometimes what happens is that I want the group to become more of an accountability type of situation. So like when you see other guys doing their things, you're like, all right, you know, like you got to go get your thing done. You know what I'm saying? So it's iron and sharpening iron, man. So it's like when this guy is talking about the wins, it's like I shouldn't be the only person talking about a win. You know what I'm saying? If this guy over here, you know, found your beat online and decide to rap on it, that's a win. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, the way this stuff is, you know, man, like it's social. And the way socials are working, man, virality can happen through anything. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's really the point of it. It's like, yo, work on your craft, put out something dope. You know what I'm saying? I would have never have thought, like, you know, my man right now sitting in a situation where, you know, you see what's happening, you know, once he got into variety, it's like the floodgates is open. Like everybody is like on our necks right now. Like everybody. And it's like, wow. You know, because they seen Obsession and they seen Backdoor I think Obsession's on the way to probably do like $300 to $400 million in the box office. So now everybody in Hollywood is looking for like, okay, well, what's going to be that next YouTube? Well, this proof of concept got 15 million views. You know what I'm saying? So now folks want to put their money on that. I can't even begin to tell you what that process looks like, but I will make a case study. You know what I'm saying? I will make a case study. When it's all said and done, I will have a case study. And it will be something that I will be able to tell folks, okay, what we did good, what we didn't do good. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be able to tell guys what we did, what we didn't do, you know? And for folks who are following my man, Sean Anthony Baker, what I want my guys in the portal to pay attention to is pay attention to the way that this guy is promoting this fucking movie. Pay attention to the way that the director is building it from the fans up. Pay attention to the way that he's making them a part of the behind the scenes process. Right? Because what's going to happen in this scenario is by the time that everybody basically signs on to it, because he has a website called opendoorfilm.com, and you get to sign up. You know, he's not asking anybody for any money because the funding is already there. But it gives people a look or a peek inside of the process and the journey. You know what I'm saying? And this is what people are interested in social media. And now they get to see how the movie's being built. You know, we don't give away the story, but we're going to be showing things that will be happening behind the film, you know, as the film starts to progress, to start to build up that momentum. So when it's time for it to drop on box office, you already got a built-in audience, bro. So this is like that marketing and branding experiment 101 that, you know, you're getting a front seat to it because I'm bringing it to my groups for you guys to see what I'm trying to tell y'all what it is. It can be applied to anything that you're trying to sell. Be clear. You know what I'm saying? You just have to understand the process of the shit. You know what I mean? And you have to be able to look at what people are doing. And for folks who are still afraid to get on social media, I don't know what to tell you. There's no other way for you to sell your products. None. There's just none. There's no other way. There's no other way for you to build awareness of what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean? So we got to get over ourselves. We got to get online. We got to post. We got to be here. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what level you on. You know what I'm saying? If you see Gary Vee and Tony Robbins, they're still on social media, and Tony Robbins is a billionaire. He ain't got to be on socials, but he's on socials. You know what I mean? And like when you start putting it into perspective, it's like, oh, these guys don't really need to be on socials, but they are on socials. So for them folks who are saying, I don't like to be on social media, or I don't like doing this, or I don't like doing that, that is really, you're really doing yourself a disservice in 2026 and beyond. You know what I mean? So I'm watching this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking everything in, and I'm taking that information and I'm bringing it into you real time. You know what I'm saying? Max B got the #1 record, urban record, Ever Since You Left Me. Minx in Miami, #2, right? $1 Million Baby 4 still coming out. You know what I'm saying? Front row seat to that situation. It's, you know, and once it finally comes out, then I could really start to talk about, you know, what the hell happened. You know what I mean? I'm not really talk about it, but you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, kind of give you some insight as to some of the politics. You know what I'm saying? And some of the politics that prevent records from going out. And it's also about timing, right? Because you could put something out, and if the timing is wrong, it will not catch. You know what I'm saying? So like putting out music, you know, during the Drake era right now, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very, very hard to crack through anything right now. That's why you see guys pushing their album back, Ross. And then you see Jay-Z making a corporate play with Target for the remake or the redrop of Reasonable Doubt, is because he has to have a corporate partner to buy the units. Because if he doesn't have a corporate sponsor to buy those units, it won't show a strong charting position. because he's not a streaming artist like that. He's not a strong streaming artist. So because he's not a strong streaming artist, he has to make sure that there's a physical product that can be purchased in bulk by the corporate sponsor or retailer. If you notice, that's what he did when he did the 444 and other things like that. It's a good play, but it's not a good play, man, because it's a good play for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good play for him, but it's a bad play culturally because remember where Target's at right now. You know, folks ain't really rocking with Target like that. And, you know, I don't know if you guys have ever reading them redacted files, but them redacted files, the redacted files keep saying that every time there's an issue with the money, when it comes to our community, you got to send in your boy over there to get them folks back in line. So it's kind of strange, man. You know, I kind of don't like what it's looking like. But what's my thought on the 3 albums? I think the 3 albums are dope. You know what I'm saying? For what they are. You know what I mean? What I start to realize is that I haven't been listening to Drake accurately. And you say, well, what do you mean, Jug? I haven't listened to him accurately. Meaning, like, I know how good he is in terms of the way that he knows how to rap. I know that he's very good in terms of folding in many different messages and meanings and, you know, double, triple, quadruple entendre in his music. And I don't think enough of us appreciate his skill when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm glad that these records are out. I think these records have basically pumped some adrenaline back into hip hop. It's making folks want to make music again. It's making folks want to get outside again. And it really was just dry the last 2 years. You know, the culture needs them. And when I said that, people thought I was being like a glazer or something like that. I'm just like, no. I'm just like, we haven't developed the next set of talent that's going to basically be comparable or replace him. We typically in hip hop, you'll have a bunch of guys that are doing, you know, their own things at the same time. But that's not happening now, because if you realize what's happening with this 2 heroes, that a lot of guys are jumping into streaming. A lot of guys ain't trying to do music like that. If you notice that, like, guys ain't really trying to do music like that. They started to do streaming because remember what was happening to rappers. Rappers were getting RICO charges and rappers were getting killed. Rapping wasn't really safe. You know what I'm saying? Rap wasn't safe for a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys started to see like, hey, this is not safe anymore. It's no longer cool, right? The streamers seem to be more cool. The streamers seem to be getting more girls. So the guys start doing streamers. Man, I ain't want to talk about the DSPs. The DSPs is something else. But shout out to everybody jumping into the live tonight, man. I am Stone Deuce. I see you guys, Kaz. I see you guys, Rob Mully. I'm going to drop something into the Twitter in regards to the ISRCs. I want folks to kind of get an idea of that and a few other things. You know, we're going to jump into that, man. But for the most part, that's my time, man. I got to jump out of here. I got to make some more calls tonight. I'm going to be up late. And, you know, I got to assess, you know, where things are and where things are moving. There's a lot going on, man. Like, when I say a lot going on, it's like I'm literally, like, in the middle of, like, really handling, like, you know, a lot of this music stuff. You know, shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. And then at the same time, you know, really rocking with Baker on these things, because, you know, I've been really his strategic guy from day one. So we're trying to really just navigate both arenas at the same time, and it's like, so it's a different space, man. You know what I mean? It's a different space. We're here, man. Deuce, we here, man. We're just trying to get it done. You know what I'm saying? Keep dropping the bangers, man. This waterfall joint is popping, man. As a matter of fact, we're going to play it on the way out. Shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be safe. Catch y'all on the next one.
You make the heat spill over now. Every breath feels heavier now. I try to stand, but I'm melting down. You don't touch me, still I'm soaked now. The way you look, pull war's over now. Every word makes it harder now. I feel the tide pulling me down. I've been holding back, but I'm drenched now. I say I'm good at, I'm staying calm, but you're leaning in, alarm's gone. Every second, pressure mounts. I know what happens if I don't shut this down. I'm trying to hold it back, but you know how. One touch and I'm losing all my control now. I feel it build every time you come around. If you pull me close, I'm gonna fall down. I'm on the edge, don't push me at all, but you know exactly how to break the wall. If you don't stop, I'm gonna let it fall. You open the dam, here comes the